Imagine waking up one morning and the sun is gone. No sunrise, no warmth, just endless night. What would happen to Earth, to life, and to us? Today, we'll explore the terrifying but fascinating question: what if the sun suddenly disappeared? The very first thing to know is, if the sun disappeared, we wouldn't notice immediately. Why? Because light and gravity both take time to reach us. The sun is about 150 million kilometers away, and light takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to travel that distance. That means for more than 8 minutes, Earth would keep orbiting normally, bathed in sunlight, as if nothing had happened. But then, the lights would go out. The last photons of sunlight would fade. The sky would suddenly turn pitch black, even during the day. We'd still see stars, but the sun, the heart of our solar system, would simply vanish. Now here's where it gets even stranger. Earth doesn't orbit where the sun was. It orbits the sun's gravity, and gravity also takes time to travel. So, for the same 8 minutes, we'd still feel the sun's gravitational pull. But once that time passed, Earth would fly off in a straight line, no longer bound to orbit the sun. In other words, we'd become a rogue planet drifting into interstellar space. Without the sun's heat, temperatures on Earth would start dropping fast. Within a week, the average global surface temperature would fall below freezing. Within a year, Earth's atmosphere would collapse, oceans would freeze from the top down, and our world would turn into a frozen wasteland. But it's not instant death. Humans and other species might survive for a while. Underground bunkers, nuclear reactors, and geothermal energy could sustain small communities. But the surface? It would become uninhabitable in a matter of months. The moon depends on sunlight too. Without the sun, it would disappear from view, becoming invisible in the night sky. And since Earth would no longer orbit the sun, the moon would eventually drift away as well, possibly crashing into Earth or escaping into space. Other planets would also break free, each shooting into the galaxy in their last direction of motion. Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Venus, they would all become wandering planets, lost without their star. Here's the big question: could humans survive? Surprisingly, yes, at least for a while. Deep-sea hydrothermal vents, where bacteria thrive without sunlight, would still produce life. Humans might build underground cities powered by nuclear or geothermal energy, but keeping billions alive would be nearly impossible. Civilization as we know it would collapse. But let's take a step back. The sun disappearing is scientifically impossible. It can't just vanish. Stars die in predictable ways, either collapsing into white dwarfs or exploding as supernovae. So, this scenario is pure science fiction. Still, it makes us appreciate how dependent we are on our star. Without the sun, there is no life. So, what if the sun disappeared? Earth would drift into darkness, freeze over, and life would collapse. But at the same time, the thought experiment shows us just how precious and fragile our home is. As long as the sun burns, we have a chance, not just to survive, but to explore, to evolve, and maybe one day, to find new suns out there in the universe.